So they have 3 sets of congruent angles, and they have 3 sets of proportional sides. So to see if sides are proportional, you set up small over small, medium over medium, large over large. Reduce those fractions, see if they are the same. If they are, then they are similar triangles. If they're not, then they are not similar. So we have 3 different ways we can prove that triangles are similar. We have side, side, side similarity, where all 3 sides are proportional. We have side, angle, side, where we have 2 proportional sides and then include an angle. And we have angle, angle, where we have at least 2 angles that are congruent. So on page 27, we are going to be looking at the first 6 and see if we can prove those by angle, angle similarity. So it says determine if the triangles are similar by angle, angle similarity. So on number 1 on page 27, we need to see if we have any congruent angles. What kind of angle pair do we have in a bow tie? Vertical. So we have 1 set of congruent angles. Now on the sides we have these little arrows, which means they are parallel. So what kind of angles would it be at C and D?
Maybe.
Alternate interior angles, so they are congruent. And we would have another set of congruent angles at D and F that are alternate interior angles. But to prove triangles are similar, we only need 2 congruent angles. So are those 2 triangles similar? Yes. They are similar by angle, angle similarity. We know that between the angle, angle portion of this worksheet. And you could write a triangle congruency or triangle similarity statement for that. We're not going to do that on this page, but we will on the next one. So that's where you'd write like triangle DEC is similar to triangle FGB. Okay. On number 2, we have 2 different triangles. We have the little baby triangle right here. And we have the mommy triangle, which is a whole triangle. I'll call it a baby and a mommy. So, what do you notice about both of those triangles? They both have an angle at what letter?
P.
Nope.
Oh, L.
L. So, if they both have an angle that is exactly the same, that is a reflexive angle. Just like with reflexive sides, you can have reflexive angles. So those 2 angles right there on baby and mommy are reflexive, so they are congruent. Then you have a set of parallel lines. What kind of angle pair are the angle at Q and the angle at M?
Same side.
They're
Corresponding.
So they're corresponding congruent angles. So now, do I have 2 angles that are the same in there? Yes, so those are congruent by angle, angle similarity. And again, you could have a 3rd set of congruent angles, one at P and one at N, because those are also corresponding angles. Okay, on number 3, we know there's 1 set of congruent angles, one at Y and one at C. Right?
Excuse interruption, please. Teachers and staff, if I could have your attention and everyone remain quiet, please.
Okay, so on number 3, we already have 1 set of congruent angles. That is the 90-degree angle. But we're only given 2 other angles. One's a 39 in the YES triangle, and one's the 51 in the other triangle. How can I solve for what angle S is?
180 minus 90 minus 39.
180 minus 90 minus 39. And what does that give you? 51. So now, do I have 2 congruent angles? I have the 51s and I have the 90s, right? So are those 2 triangles similar? Yes, they are similar by angle, angle similarity. You could have also found angle H by doing 180 minus 90 minus 51. That'll give you 39. So then you'd have 3 sets of congruent angles. Okay, on number 4, we have 1 set of congruent angles. We have that 68. And in order for them to be similar, we have to have a second angle that's similar. So that means that the B has to be what? 63, or E has to be 54. So I'm just going to look at this left triangle. I'm going to do 180 minus 68 minus 54. And that is 58. Does 58 or 54 match that 63? No. So are those two similar? No. You could also find E if you wanted to, just to prove that you did it right. 180 minus 68 minus 63 gives you 49. So that's not the same as 54 or 58, so there's only one congruent angle there. They're not similar. Number 5, we do have the 67 that's both in the baby and the mommy triangle. So we either need to find the angle at B, or we need to find the angle at M, or you can find both. So if I want to find the angle at B, I can do 180 minus what two numbers? 91 minus 67. That does give you 22. Is 22 the same as 25? No. So therefore, they are not similar. You could also find angle M if you wanted to. 180 minus 25 minus 67. That gives you 88. 88 is not the same as 91, so therefore they are definitely not similar. Okay, number 6, we have this set at P and Z that are congruent. Do I have another pair that I can match?
Yes.
Yes, which ones? The vertical angles. So, do I have two angles that are congruent? Yes, then those two triangles are similar by angle similarity. Okay, so that's angle similarity. Now we're going to look at side similarity. So to set up side similarity, remember I told y'all to do small, medium, large on both triangles. So I have 9 is my small, 13.5 is my medium, and 27 is the large. Then 14 is the small, 21 is the medium, 42 is the large. So I'm going to set it up left triangle over right triangle. So 9 over what? 14. What's that reduced to? 9 over 14.
3 over,
Nothing. Just reduces to 9 over 14. Then we have medium 13.5 over 21. What's that reduced to? If you put it in the calculator and you do the little fraction, and you make sure it comes back as a fraction, it will reduce to 9 over 14. So those two sides are proportional. Now we got to see if the large sides are, so 27 over 42. And that does reduce to 9 over 14. So all the sides are proportionate or proportional to one another. So yes, those triangles are similar by side similarity. So now that I've split the two triangles apart and I've found the sides of the mommy and I've found the sides of the baby, now I can label them small, medium, large. And I can set up their ratios. So 15 over 21, 20 over 28, and 40 over 56. So what's 15 over 21 reduced to? 5 over 7. What does 20 over 28 reduce to? And 40 over 56? 5 over 7. So are all three sides proportional? Yes. So are they similar? Yes, they are similar by side similarity. Okay, so number 9, we're going to set that up, small, medium, large. So small, medium, large, small, medium, large. So 5 over 3. That doesn't reduce, so it's still 5 over 3. Then medium over medium, 12 over 7. Does 12 over 7 reduce at all? No. So are those two triangles similar? No. You could set up that last one, which would be 16 over 10. And that reduces to 8 over 5. So those are definitely not all the same proportion. Okay, number 10, small, medium, large. So small, medium, large, small, medium, large. Okay, so small over small, 5 over 18. Medium over medium, 12 over 43.2. And large over large, 15 over 54. And then you're going to reduce those fractions and see if they're all the same. Okay, do all of those reduce to the same thing?
Yes.
Yes, what do they all reduce to? 5 over 18. 5 over 18. Yep. They are similar by side similarity.
So they all have to be the same?
Yes, all of them have to be the same. If you're only looking at sides, then they all have to be the same. But if you're looking at two sides of an angle, like we'll do in the next one's 13 through 18, we'll only look at two sides and include an angle. Okay, so 11, we're going to do small, medium, large again. So small, medium, large, small, medium, large. Eight over 14.4, 15 over 27, 17 over 30.6. see if they're the same, we'll reduce those. So for the small one, 8/14.4, what's that reduced to? 5/9. What's 15/27 reduced to? 5/9. And 17/30.6, 5/9. So are all three sides proportional? Yes. So they are similar by side similarity. So again, if I have the baby and the mommy, I'll draw two separate triangles. I suggest you do two because it gets a little less confusing in my opinion if you do so. So AB's 8, BC's 9, and AC is 6. D's 24. D to A is 12 plus 8, which is what? 20. And then A to E already tells you it is 16. Okay, so I'll set up small, medium, large, small, medium, large. Okay. So what does 6/16 reduce to? 3/8. What's 8/20 reduced to? 2/5. So right there, we know that they're not similar. If they were, all three sets would be the same. If you did 9/24, it will give you 3/8. But since this middle one's not the same, they are not similar. Okay, so we've done angle, we've done side. Now we're gonna look at side, angle, side. With side, angle, side, we need two proportionate sides and an included angle. So on number 13, we have that angle at the cross, or vertical angles. So I'm gonna be looking at the two sides that connect both angles. Do I have both sides that connect both angles? Yes. So I'm gonna look at the small and I'm gonna look at the large. So you can either do top triangle over bottom triangle, bottom over top, just as long as you keep it consistent. So I'm gonna do top over bottom. So 24 and 48 are gonna be on the top of my proportion. And then 6 and 12 will be on the bottom.
Yes.
24 divided by 6 is 4, and 48 divided by 12 is 4. Are they both the same? Yes. So we can say those triangles are similar by side, angle, side similarity. So with side, angle, side, as long as you have their included angle and you have two proportionate sides, they are similar. Okay, now on number 14, I do have that pair of vertical angles, and I need both sides that touch that angle. So that means I need that 44, and I need this side, I need this side, and I need that 27.5. Do I have enough information there to prove side angle side? No. See where my two empty circles are? I have to have those things in order to prove by side angle side. If I do not have that, then I cannot prove them similar, so that would be not similar. So, angles not included. I do have two sets of sides, but I don't know the angle between them.
Everything else is. Everything else is, everything else might be.
So, you could prove these by side, angle side, but you'd have to know J and Y were the same. And it doesn't tell us that. So therefore, we can't prove it.
Well, that's why, like, 44 to 27 and a half, and 40 to 25, this is the same thing.
So those two sets of sides might be similar. If we had the other two sets of sides, we could prove it. If we had J and Y, we could prove it. But if we don't, we cannot prove it all the way. Okay, so on number 15, I have that set of parallel lines. So I know that M and P are congruent because of what kind of angle pair?
Alternate. No,
Corresponding angles. So now I need the two sides that connect that angle. So 54 and 36, that's my small, that's my large. And then 22 and 33, that's my small, that's my large. So I'm doing left over right, so 36 and 54. 36 over what? 22 and 54 over 33. They do both reduce to 18 over 11. So yes, they are similar by side, angle, side similarity. Okay, I've got an angle at G and H, so I have two angles, need their sides that connect them. So I have a small and a large, a small and a large. So 45 over 31.5, you could do 31.5 over 45. And then 50 over 35. So you could flip those completely and do them the same way. You'll just have an upside down fraction compared to what we get, or what I get here. So what is 45 over 31.5 reduced to? 10 over 7. And then 50 over 35? 10 over 7. So those are the same. So yes, those are similar by side, angle, side similarity. Okay, so they share that angle at W. We know that. If you want to, draw those triangles separately. If you don't want to, that's fine. But I say draw them separately. So for this whole side, W to S was 30 plus 15.
45.
And then what's 14 plus 28?
42.
So I'm gonna have 14 over 42, see if it equals 15 over 45.
Yes.
What they both reduce to? 1/3. 1/3. So yes, those are similar by side angle side. Okay, so that's another way you can do it if you don't want to draw them separately. I still suggest drawing them separately. Okay, so if I do large, small, I can do 39 over 34 and 30 over 27. So does 39 over 34 reduce?
No.
No, it doesn't. What does 30 over 27 reduce to?
No.
Are those two things the same?
No.
No. So those will be not similar. Okay. So on page 29 and 30, with a partner, by yourself, whatever, I want y'all to go through and work through those problems on page 29 and 30. What you're gonna do, you're going to determine if they're similar, how they're similar. So by side, angle, side, or angle, and then I want you to write a triangle congruency statement with those. So let's do number 1. So I have 2 sides and an angle, so what's the only thing it could possibly be? Side, angle, side. So right off the bat, I know it's probably gonna be side, angle, side if it is similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that, and then if it's not similar, I'm just gonna mark it out. So, gotta do small, large, small, large. So 3 over 9 should equal 5 over 15. 3 over 9 reduces to 1/3. 5 over 15 reduces to 1/3. And then I want you to write a triangle congruency statement with that. So I only know one angle pair here. So I know F and T go together. So I know T is going to be my middle letter on my triangle similarity statement. But I need to figure out what letter goes with E. So E is across from which side, the small or the large? The large. What angle is across from the large side on this triangle? R. So E goes with R, and then G goes with S. So triangle EFG is similar to triangle RTS. So With a partner or by yourself, I want you to go through the rest of these on page 29 and 30, determine if they are similar, and write a similarity statement for them. I will give you the first part of the similarity statement. If they are not similar, all you have to do is write not similar and not finish the similarity statement.